Welcome to the Six-Figure Copywriting Masterclass. It's John Reyes here, and I'm really excited for you. And I want to, congratulate you, even though it sounds cliche, on taking the step to become more of a badass in the copywriting industry. Because too many copywriters now fall off the wagon way too fast, or get stuck as a side hustle, or get stuck on the feast and famine and are not as consistent as they might portray themselves to be online. So let's step up, get real, and put you in the frame of mind and arm you with the skill set to go to six figures and beyond. And the goals you set could happen in 6 months or less, could happen in a year, or you can do it to lower your workload while increasing your income, like it has for me and many of the other students I've coached, as well as other people who have used these insider secrets and they don't tell anyone. All right, so let's move forward. So if you're at the mid-level copywriter, there's a teeter-tottering. You're probably noticing both. There's the in-demand copywriter, the one who's preeminent, A-list, and everywhere in between there. And there's the commodity. People who only respond to job posts year after year after year, who are better off working for someone else the rest of their life, who can price shop, beat someone else out on their price, over time. I hire, train, coach copywriters as well. And sometimes I'll be honest with you, if I post on a job board, certain areas that I'll get a lot of applications. A lot of them, off the bat, I see they're using sales techniques to justify high fees, and I'm not impressed. There's nothing that's persuading me. There's nothing to back it up. What's the track record between if I post the hourly, copywriter assistant where I was offering to train? What justifies $50 an hour? Your writing's not persuasive, and you use a template, and it's more and more common nowadays. So don't be that guy. Then there's the in-demand. And that's what this course is all about. So, becoming in demand is someone who, you're good, but you don't have to. Do you have to be a copy god? No, they don't exist. But you're good. You portray yourself as such. You sell and market yourself as such, which is the biggest thing. And to do it consistently, while also being good at what you do. So, having said that, let's move forward. So 2019, having been both sides of the coin, I have a small business as well, owning, training, hiring, and being a copywriter, as well as making some awesome connections, and the years of experience I've had, as well as others, this is the truth. The competition is growing so fast. Everyone from the $5 websites, Upwork, Fiverr, job boards, people from around the world, that they want a copywriting book, and it's the rags to riches, one of the keys. But to do it, it's not the 90s where you're a small wolf you're a big wolf in a small wolf pack. It's now commonplace. It's not. There's still wolves, and they're the in-demand. There's the wolves who are A-list, in-demand, preeminent, and then there's the commodities who realistically probably won't make it, if not long-term. And it's common for people I've seen, honestly, people I've worked side by side with. 3 years later, I'm doing well, high-level, 5-figure revenues, hiring, growing, expanding, and taking a lot of time off and living at a much slower pace when I feel like it, and being more secure in the path I now have compared to how it once was, because I've been where you are before. So, there's some I've seen side by side, and their attitude is still, yeah, I'm an A-list copywriter, but they're still in their parents' house. I'm not joking. There's some who are still like that, or they move back. And they've made a decent amount, but they're not profitable. So they spend it all on books and courses, and they're not pocketing anything. But online, they're the biggest badass, and the way they can argue or fight or portray, and it's not congruent. People are smarter. The good clients who will get you who will hire you for good fees and who will support you and grow with you as long as you do well and refer you and give you testimonials, they can smell the inauthenticity or incongruence. That's what this course is about, the sales and marketing business acumen and how it applies to copywriting. It's one of the disadvantages we all have is the bigger, mid six figures, high millionaire, multimillionaire companies. They have the sales and marketing acumen. They don't know how to be a copywriter, but they know how to, kind of read negotiations and see what's worth it and give people a shot. And, there's the whole business acumen level that most copywriters, freelancers, graphic designers, marketing consultants, a lot of them, unfortunately, do not have it developed. And I was that way too, until I realized that this is how we protect ourselves, our frame, our business, our life long term. So, like I mentioned, your copy competition is spanning across multiple countries, and I am sure you have seen that. So that's the reality of 2019. And some facts I did not include is I think it was somewhere around 60%, the last survey, 2019, and the last study was most freelancers will never make over 60K a year. That's like 5-10 years in, even 15 years later. That's okay if you want to work like maybe 5 hours a week for the rest of your life, but if you've been in it 10-15 years, I've seen those people as well. They got off to a cocky good start, and then the rest of it's back to a full-time job, copywriting as a side hustle, and it's just something they surrender themselves to. And I'm not willing to do that, and I don't think you are either. So let's keep that confidence forward. So, survival of the fittest, like I said, you are no longer a big wolf in a small wolf pack. You are amongst wolves who are in-demand copywriters, and they do not plan to back down, and they don't teach most of this stuff. So let's move forward. Okay. So, on to a more positive note. We became copywriters to build our dream. And, I thought I was crazy. I did it within the first year. The first year, of course, I had my full-time job. I was doing tech support and phone sales. Within, I would go home, read, study, have a mentor, get clients on a freelance basis. At the end of my first year, I was working. I partnered up with I had a mentor who gave me a lot of good work up in northern San Diego, and I tripled my income from my full-time job at the end of my first year. Of course, I quit that, and from there, sky was the limit. My friends who thought I was dumb, or like, yeah, you're just being weird, drinking buddies, and after that, they were willing to pay me or work for me to learn how I did it. So anyway, it's happened for a lot of other people. Some people it takes longer, but don't give up the dream. So, the dream, in the 90s and early 2000s, direct response copywriters and sales copywriters, we weren't that well known, but if you were good, yeah, you pretty much you were the king of the jungle. You were the alpha guy or girl. You become in demand easier. And, some of the A-list guys, with all due respect, I respect these guys. They paved the way, and they've take the fundamentals and passed them down to us. But it's just now there is market saturation, and, we can still learn the skill. Let's get more success, build upon our success. Let's become more rare and in demand. And, our dream is to still do these things, which are more than possible. I've done it. You can do it. Other people have done it too. Just let's wise up and be the real world scenario. Some of these people aren't all virtual either. They, work for them, you meet them in person, and they could be the nicest people, and they look at your first sales page, they'll either love it or they can go off on you like a bomb. So let's just get real, and it's playing in the big leagues. We got to be big league players. So on our terms, we can still work and travel anywhere. I admittedly have not traveled as much as I should, although I at first had all the time in the world. I was married, and that's another story for another time. But now, let's just say I am finally living the nomadic lifestyle, and it's pretty awesome. I don't know if it's something I will do long term, but for everyone, it's up to you. If you want to travel everywhere, if you just want more freedom, it's a lifestyle you create, because this business is built around our lifestyles. Okay, so the reality is the businesses now in the digital age, we all need good copywriters. They might be harder to find because they are. It's more of a needle in a haystack sometimes, unless you get to higher level networks, which we cover a little bit in these courses, but it's something we cover more in depth on our private coaching, one-on-one coaching. Please get in touch with me. You can email me at john@profittechteam.com. That's Jon, no H, at profit, P-R-O-F as in Frank, I, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, E, C as in cat, H, team, T as in Tom, E-A-M as in Mary.com. So please email me there. We can talk about options for more private, higher level training. We also have a couple other courses to get you fully versed in sales, marketing, and business acumen for our industry. Okay, so elite copywriters still as rare and rewarded as they were decades ago. The only difference now is that business owners, executives, entrepreneurs have a lot of other options than they used to. They want to hire someone who's great, and we position ourselves and present ourselves as great, which is not that fair because a lot of the times we're good. We're not that extroverted. We're not that aware of business. There's always a loophole. There's always a sticking point, and it's time to play this to our advantage. So business owners and execs, they got pissed. They go on a board, for example, or Craigslist, or they have a job opening, or they have high-level freelancers, allegedly, and they got burned. So they're like, let's just go to Fiverr, So it's common. I've seen it. But on the flip side, it's still high-level, really good copywriters are still the cream of the crop. Let's keep aiming for that. So 2019, business owners are more skeptical, aware, and savvy. There's more sales resistance to freelancers in general, sending them pitches. They have more choices to shop around, weed people out from their laptop, as well as we have the ability to work from our laptop, and they can outsource to a variety of sources now than ever before. So this is one of the biggest reasons we want to stand out and step our game up to the sustainable six-figure level and beyond. So it all starts with positioning ourselves in a crowded marketplace. Of course, being good at what you do is a prerequisite, or at least getting a lot better. And if you need help on the actual delivery and over-delivery, including client management side, that's something that we also do in private training. So like I mentioned, please reach out if that's something you're interested in, or even add me on LinkedIn. I always love to open the conversation and just chat with other copywriters. It's a breed I can never step away from because we're one and the same to an extent. So, positioning yourself in the marketplace. It starts by working backwards. Who are ideal clients? We have to do stepping stones, but believe that you can, because I didn't believe it and then I started to. Within 2 years, I started working with Brian Tracy International. He was a hero. Brian Tracy was a hero of mine growing up, and I started writing all his copy. It was crazy, and I made him a lot of money for his company, and I was happy to. And I met him, and he was cool, and a lot of other influencers. I worked with, I had a chance to work with Jack Canfield's team. I love that guy too. Brain FM. They're a software music company, neuroscience music I listened to, and I didn't even know I would ever get to work for them. And it just keeps growing from there. So let's start at the end in mind. 5 years from now, do you want to be maybe a copy chief at Agora? Do you want to own your own marketing agency? 3-4 years from now, do you want to own your own business? Do you want to be an A-list copywriter in the health space? So these things can change over time, and we start with the end in mind, and we can work by chunks because they can alter as we progress. So 3 years from now, do you want to be a Dan Kennedy, for example? So he's business to business, and he does health and business coaching. So that's how you start positioning yourself. You have your copywriting skills, and look at how you can sell and market yourself as a unique copywriter for your specific end dream industry and end result. So the focus is the industry and end result niche and who you want to be. Visibility, let's start getting yourself seen, known, putting your name out there and doing good work, which is what this course is mostly about. And then positioning. As you do the work, you get it, you align it back. For example, the copywriter behind today's industry leaders. Because it's true. There's a really lot of multimillionaire people that I've known and respected, and over time it just became part of my reality to either write for them directly or be introduced to their team to write for them. And there's a lot of people, amazing people I've wrote for, and it's true. I've written a lot of copy for industry leaders, and it was my positioning, and I still love to do it today. Influencers, thought leaders, top agencies, and that's something that was not too much of an accident. So it's possible for you. Example here is if you want to do financial, you're good at financial copy, your positioning could be like, the the freelancer who is as good as the Agora Financial, the freelancer that should have been in Agora Financial. That's a far-fetched kind of joking way, but that's an example. It's something we will work on in this chapter's assignment, or this module assignment. So, becoming in demand and well paid, the building blocks is, of course, criticizing and assessing our core skills in terms of selling, marketing, fulfilling, and all the things I mentioned: focus, visibility, and positioning. These are all intertwined, which is awesome because the industry, direct response marketing. And then it's used through copywriting. So let's leverage this. Remember, before we move forward into sales and marketing and actual implementation, we are selling. Let's get in the right frame of mind, just like a coach teaching his getting their football team. They train, they go back out there, even if they got their asses kicked. We offer premium, high quality services. We charge premiums, which clients are gladly paying for. Why? Because we are getting ourselves in the position to narrow down our niche, move forward to clients who want to use copywriters, who need copywriters, and who will pay us well. In line with that, this is our reality, because we do sell high quality premium services and we charge high prices clients pay for. So that's a frame we hold. Even if things get tough, you don't back down to the Fiverr copywriter, hopefully not, if you've already made it up. So this whole moving forward thing, we're positioning ourselves consistently in a positive cycle. People will want to learn from us. People want to be coached by us through their issue that we can help with. And they want us to do it for them. As a result of being consistent with this, we attract more opportunities, get more referrals, we get more recommendations, testimonials. Our clients are happy, our network grows, our friends, and just our day-to-day life. It's a positive feedback loop, and on it goes. So, we be consistent, and also we always improve in our copy skill set. Thankfully, once we get this kind of momentum, the sales and marketing client attraction, the effort level goes down, our rates go up, but we continue to improve nonstop on our copy skills and our delivery without burning ourselves out, of course. So, strive, continual improvement, adaptability. That's how we roll. All right, so this is some things that we go through in our private training. Is if you want to improve on the copy side, actual delivery of being a freaking badass, or you could also reach out to me for copy critiques. I do video critiques live. I send them to you. I also give you a PDF summary of copy you're going through, even existing copy, like if you're marketing yourself. So it's an example of how to consistently over deliver, your versatility. Are you good at a lot of things, or do you want to narrow it down? Advertorials, emails, marketing funnels, lead generation, copy, VSLs, etc. We'll narrow it down to the smaller point. Are you great at headlines, subheads, bullet points, leads? The close, all of the above. Ideation, creativity. Are you good at big ideas? Sales hooks? Are you good at finding the unique mechanism? And then audience, target audience, getting in their freaking heads and minds and hearts. Market research, speak their language, leverage their testimonials and generate them, demonstrate, show versus tell. So these are things that will help us to consistently over deliver, as I mentioned. So the strategic skill set, these are how we rapidly advance and accelerate in our business. So everything I mentioned, and there's a sneak peek. I got to give credit to both Clayton Makepeace and David Garfinkel, who are David Garfinkel was a great mentor of mine. Some of the core skill set assessments, and then so this is becoming a copywriter is the core skills. Yeah, see, if you look to the right, build our track record, build our reputation. That's how we get a good reputation as a good copywriter. And then the bottom going down and to the left is what we are doing here. And down is the vision and mindset, like we mentioned. What's the end in mind? Self-perception. We are selling a high quality service and we charge high fees. And then why? Why? The end. Do you want to make 6 figures and build businesses? Do you want to be a Dan Kennedy, etc.? So going left, the positioning, as I mentioned, selling yourself, marketing yourself, communication skills, even the basics, business acumen and consistency. So the top, how do you move up? I'm not just a freaking good ass copywriter. I'm also a tactician. I'm also a funnel strategist. I'm also a consultant. It's just an example of what is how to keep moving up. So also combining all of this is something we cover in private training as well. John at Profit Tech Team is also, just add me on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to just talk about it. So, okay, so the assignment is, there should be a PDF attached to this. It's the dream client list. It's how we start with the end in mind. So we look at, you could get as overzealous as you want, but just remember it might take 2, 3, 4, 5 years to hit all your dream clients. But I would encourage you to know and understand it is possible for you. Okay, so I'll give you some examples. Health. If you want to be like Beachbody, if you want to write for P90X5 that comes out, Beachbody is one of your clients. Tony Horton is one of your dream clients. If you want to be in Agora Financial, I have nothing against you and against anyone joining an agency if that's your goal and you see that. If you want to be in Agora in 2-3 years, dream client. If you want to outsource, I know some other branches in Agora, they do outsource. I've talked to some of them. That's a dream client. Be as far-fetched, get excited, but be realistic because the time can take longer. With this, we are going to take your dream client list, moving forward, understand where we are heading to, taking the steps to position, market, and gain the skill sets to keep climbing towards these dream clients. And when it does come true, thank me later. And make sure you charge enough. So let's do that, and then we will see you on the next module when you have the opportunity. So let's get excited. Don't be that realistic, but after writing a dream client list, remember, we will have to take stepping stones to get there.